Hello and welcome. Hi, I'm Dave, and this tutorial is part of a Learn React series where we have created a React project with Create React App. We've looked at component structure and we've looked at JSX, and we've created 3 of our own components: header, content, and footer. And in today's tutorial, we're going to look at how React responds to events. So let's look at the content component. Now, React is a JavaScript library, so just like vanilla JavaScript, it can respond to many different event types. We're going to specifically look at click event types today because they're so common. Currently in our content component, we have a handle name change function, and it is called into action immediately. The function is invoked when the page loads. We have the operators right here, and so it's just called once. It doesn't respond to a button or anything else. But today we're going to go ahead and create a separate function, and we're going to call it handle click. This will be an arrow function, and inside this function we'll just log to the console, and I'm going to say you clicked it. And that's just as simple as it gets for now. And inside the JSX, underneath our paragraph, let's go ahead and add a button element, and we'll put click it for the text. But now when we call this function, we just need a reference to the function, and we have to use onClick, and then we're ready for a JavaScript expression in our JSX. And we'll just use a reference, so handle click. And as I see some of the text scrolling off the screen, I'm going to go ahead and press Control B to hide the file tree for now so we can see all of this code just a little bit better. And we'll stay inside the content component. So we've got a button ready to go, and it will call the handle click function. And from there, we'll have to look at the console to see the you clicked it output. So I'm going to save this file. And we should really see the button show up over here, and that's fine, but we still need the console. So I'm going to right click and choose inspect to show the dev tools, and I've got the dev tools showing up underneath. I'll click console, going to clear out the default message so we have plenty of room here, and we're ready to click our button. So when I click this, we see you clicked it show up in the console as we expect. So that is how we call a simple function from a button click. But what if we wanted to pass in a parameter to a function like handle click? So let's go ahead, and I'm going to highlight the handle click function. And now in Visual Studio Code, I'm on Windows, but if I press Shift, Alt, and the down arrow, it will make a copy of that whole function directly underneath. I'm just going to call this handle click 2. Whoops, I typed 3. There, handle click 2. And we're going to pass in a parameter called name. And now we'll go ahead and log the name. So I need a template literal here to combine that. So I'll say name, and then I'll just put was clicked. So there is our handle click 2 function. And now if I click on the line in the JSX that has the button element, and I press Shift, Alt, and the down arrow once again, I'll copy that button down, so we've made a second button element, and this will call handle click 2. But right now, it's not passing in the parameter. So how do we do that? Well, we need an anonymous function here. And so we can start with the operators and the arrow like we'd see in an anonymous function. And now handle click 2 can be called, and we can pass in a name. So I'll pass in my name. Now you may be used to seeing anonymous functions with curly braces, and this would work, but since they're on the same line, we need a second curly brace here because it still has to be inside of an expression. So this would work, but because this function expression is on one line, these curly braces, the inner ones, are not really required. So I usually leave those out. Now our expression in JSX still needs to be inside of curly braces. So that's how we would put in the anonymous function. Let's go ahead and save this, and we should see a second button. Yes, there it is below. And now when I click this, it should say Dave was clicked in the console. And that's what we've got. Dave was clicked. It looks like this long line here in the console is making the word Dave wrap. But other than that, we did get the output we expected. Now it's worth noting at this point that we are using a reference to handle click on this first button and not putting the operators after it like we did with the handle name change. If we put the operators after it, it would be called immediately. So with that knowledge, you may ask, well, why isn't handle click 2 called immediately? Because it has the operators after it. And that's because it's inside a function. And it's inside this anonymous function that begins here. And so this anonymous function is not called into action until the click. And then when this function is called into action, it calls this function. We also get access to the event object when we click an event. So let's have one more example. I'll copy handle click 2, once again pressing Shift Alt and the down arrow. And now I'm going to name this handle click 3. And I'm going to pass in the event just as E. And now I won't use a template literal. Let's just log the event itself, or the event object here. And I'll need another button here. So once again, pressing Shift Alt and the down arrow. And we have copied down our button with the anonymous function. I'll turn handle click 2 into handle click 3. Here we need to put E for the event in the first operators here as the anonymous function is called. And then we'll also pass it in to our handle click 3. Let's save that. And now we'll click the third button. And notice in the console, we get the full event object logged here. And it has several keys and properties, such as React name is onClick. We're more interested in the target right here. And the target is the button. So let's go ahead and leave the function call as it is with the event here and the event here. But when we log now, let's reference the target and see what we get in the console. I'll save. And let me go ahead and clear the console for some more room. I'll click on the third button. And now we just get the event target, which is the button element itself with the text click it. And we can even go further than that. Let's just get the inner text of the button. I'll save this. And now when we click the third button, we just get the text click it. As I mentioned, React can listen for other events as well. One of those events is a double click. So let's come up to our paragraph element in our JSX and add onDoubleClick. And here we'll go ahead and call our initial handle click function once again. And let's save this. And now when I double click hello, let me clear the console again so sure of what we're getting. When I double click hello, we get you clicked it. And if I double click again, you can see it has now been logged twice. Again, 3 times. So there are many different events you can explore to put into your applications, and we'll be adding more as we continue to build out this application. Now, I am sure you're questioning, what can I do to click a button and change the name of the greeting? Right now, we just have this handle name change function, and it's only called once, and it's called when the page loads initially because the operators are right here. So this is very vanilla JavaScript-like. We have a function defined up here at the top called handle name change, and when the page loads, we just call it into action like we would with vanilla JavaScript. That's not thinking in a Reactful way. We want this to respond to something we do in React where the full page doesn't have to load, but React will re-render the component that it's in and display a random name here. And we'll learn how to do that with state as we learn about useState in the next tutorial. Hey, thank you guys so much for liking the video if it helped you get started with React. Also, I appreciate you watching and subscribing. It's helping my channel grow. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon.